weapon.
They let me put that, I guess they'll never learn. Every time I break, it's just more pain to burn. They'll never, never, never learn.
Destroy and conquer.
Till the battle's won, it's still getting
Chivalry is dead.
Sacrifice everything for victory? Gladly.
They say that love is blind, but I never trusted sight. When I turn and look inside, there's nothing I can't find. In the silence of the night, when my demons come alive, I hear a voice disguised, telling me we're not alright. They say that love is blind, but I never trusted sight. When I turn and look inside, there's nothing I can't find. In the silence of the night, when my demons come alive, I hear a voice disguised, telling me we're not alright. On
That's it.
I could set you free, show you what this world could really be. Here with me, I could set you free of the pain and misery and let you be. Here with me, I could set you free. I could set you free. I could set you free. Show you what this world could really be. Here with me, I could set you free. Of the pain and misery and let you be. Here with me. Show you what this world could really be. Here with me, I could set you free of the pain and misery and let you be. Here with me. Could set you free. Show you what this world could really be. Here with me, I could set you free of the pain and misery and let you be. Here with me.
Experience the euphony of suffering.
Hello, my friend.
Your team is picking.
Is online.
Crush them. All troops deployed.
You and my master are much alike.
If I drown, would you pull me back to you? If I drown in your poison. If I drown, would you pull me back to you? If I drown in your poison. If I drown, would you pull me back? If I drown in your poison. If I drown, would you pull me back to you? If I drown in your poison. If I drown, would you pull me back to you? If I drown in your poison. Request backup. If I drown in your poison.
Pump up the bass line. Pump up the pump up the bass line. Wait. Pump up the bass line.
in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?
I've been trying to fight the demons in my mind. I'll prevail with every battle if I'm right. Guess my aim was off, the target's out of sight. Would I be better if I left it all behind? 'Cause we could find a way, we could find a way. Find another place where we can just escape. We could find a way, we could find a way. Find another place where we can just escape. We could find a way.
I would do some archbishop. Been a school them from when me in a khaki shot. Liverpool couldn't test the way me raw sit up. Quick draw, him drop and can't get up. Him not fast enough for my problem that you never solve. Send for the down brace for a firestorm, cause I turn into a monster. Ready for the war, better we go black. None of them boy, they no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. Back dancing, I would do some archbishop. Them no bad. School them from me in a carkish. Them no bad. School couldn't take the with me rassi. Drop enough and can't meet up. No fast enough for my Bible that you never saw. Send for the grand race, be a fire storm. Cause I turn into one month. Ready for the war. Better we go. None of them boy, they no bad. Left a mark, young gog on a regular. We say them hardly ready. Them a new type of artillery. We a bust and a Tom and Jerry. Out the blue I hit you with an airstrike. They not bad like me air nice. It's a rare sight, yeah. Steady aim with precision. Equal vision, we are clear sight. Better go get your affairs right. Them boy, they no. None of them boy, they no bad. Road back, they bring up bar. Them mark, them no bad. No red car. You see them hard, they no bad. Them new type of artillery.
itu win dulu dunia kiri biar itu kiri lalu dia na harga soal का देखा जी मैंने बफर चलेगी
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the morning. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, does it runs deep in it? And I don't need to speak a single word, cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, cause you got me holding. Cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, cause you got me holding. Play me like a bass guitar, simmer down and mess me up, tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. Drum me round in your red Ford, shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 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 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Cause you got me holding. Got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding.
Five seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
कौन-सी बॉल
Smash
लगे
them.
सर
Troops deployed.
Baby, can you pray tonight? Baby, can you pray Baby, can you pray? It's every time you make one time, it's only to the end. So pray tonight. So you know for every round that we had, Mr. Right, and I know it. I'll be ready every day. You know everything's alright. Are we gonna pray? Are you gonna pray?
और पीने पे चलना और लेवल 12 भी हो गया तो पुलिस लेवल क्या ये जो मैं घंटा बका जो फिजिकल अटैक त्यस्तो गेम खेल्यो भने घन्टा मरेको मात्रै
There was always a longing for more, a deeper connection. It's disconnecting from the source within. There were parts of my core, senseless and frozen. Wisdom hidden, locked up in my soul. Now it's the time to realize. Connecting my foundation, reunite. Oh, I'm digging, got my feet on solid ground. No more levitation. There was always a longing for more, a deeper connection. Was disconnected from the source within. There were parts of my core, senseless and frozen. Wisdom hidden, locked up in my soul. No more
Kurang satu. Dia kurang terus
Uranus board. Uranus board is on.
Kita yang bosidak soal itu nggak bakal. Istri ini baru. Ini terus lagi ada yang
And all this time without you, baby, I'm living in the past. 'Cause without you, it's like the ocean. I'm drowning in every single way. Yeah, without you, I've got no focus. I'm trying to just get through the day. I keep falling, deeper in every single way. Yeah, I keep falling. Without you, there's no escape. And without I keep falling, deeper in every single way. Yeah, I keep falling. Without you, there's no escape. Yeah,
nanti dah. Ya boh.
Dia kalau nomor ni.
sweet delight, you are my lucky charm.
Ada dua.
I hold you close in the night in my arms. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day.
Itu tinggal sampai kita ganti.
And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day.
Allah. Ambolde Uranus takıyor. Basket neredeyse oluyor. Basket neredeyse oluyor. Reflect elinden
Ya, yapıyor.
basket elinden.
Ya habis mana?
Prank sosnya bagus ya. Itu sih modusnya banget coba.
Sweet delight, you are my lucky charm. I hold you close in the night in my arms. And when we open
Itu dominan saya juga ada dominan. Itu bonus ini. Itu boleh dicoba.
you are my lucky charm. I hold you close in the night. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day.
Bukan sekarang, foto.
Don't say we can't, oh, just don't say another word. These thoughts you've imagined aren't real, aren't adding up. You fetched your ideas from nowhere, out from another world. Your logic's impaired, your full picture is cropped. 'Cause we both know that one day they're just gonna try again. Without doubt, it's my say, if all's gonna mend. We both know that one day the sun's gonna rise again. So don't pout for our sake, 'cause this ain't the end. We both know one day the sun's gonna rise again. So don't pout for our sake, 'cause this ain't the end.
Masuk lama. Ada tidak semua kota ini. Wow. Ini kira yang ada di situ mau nggak? Oh, ini kira yang ada.
Kita butuh ini.
We both know that one day it's just gonna try again. Without doubt, might say if all's gonna mend. We both know that one day the sun's gonna rise again. So don't pout for our sake, 'cause this ain't the end. Bright brain, you're so far off, oh, it's like you can't see ahead. These feelings you've caught don't make sense. Your plan's gonna flop. You keep raising doubts without cause. All you feel is dread. My logic is fair. If it's pain, it's never gonna stop. 'Cause we both know that one day it's not gonna cry again. We both know one day the sun's gonna rise again. So don't pout for our sake, 'cause this ain't the end.
After blue village ki gardu se kaam gar. Ye shocking na jana jati dilsani huncha bhancha. Grab shocking. Shocking jattai pani jattai. Leila le त सेट पनि फेरि लेट गेम आएको छ सिग्नेल पनि